Say how you doing today. How are you doing today? I'm your host, Lacey G. Souldier Turner, and today I have a very very special guest with me. She is a Hollywood voiceover icon. She is Black, Jewish, and a queer woman whose unparalleled career has made her one of the most recognizable Black female voices in animation, television, and film. She has an impressive career spanning over 3 decades. She has won awards. She has been nominated for many awards as well. She has helped bring some of the most beloved and iconic Black animated characters to life. She just been doing a lot of great things in this industry, and we finna get to learn a lot about her. So, without further ado, I want to welcome to the platform Miss Melique Berger. Welcome to the platform.
Hello, hello. How you doing? What's up?
Doing good. How you doing today?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
It's
no
nice.
problem. So, let the people get to know you for who don't know you. So, can you let the people know where were you born and raised, and how was your upbringing as a child?
I was born and raised right in West Hollywood, California. I was raised by my Jewish mom, and I have a black dad.
Mhm.
Um, and we were always in. Oh, would you look at that? We have all kinds of
They trying
stuff
to hate
going
on
on.
us. They trying to
We're
hate
like,
on us.
they are trying to hit on us. But with that being said, I've always been in the acting industry. And that's what childhood was like. 3 years old, I started dancing Russian ballet. By 5 years old, I had my first acting. Um, uh, I guess it was a sponsorship actually from the Alphan Theatrical Ensemble, which was a huge gift, and I stayed with them training for another 4 years. Then I was playing the flute with James Galway in the Los Angeles Philharmonic by sixth grade. Seventh grade was Bancroft Junior High School, where I was at the first performing arts magnet that
Mhm.
was fathered by Francis Ford Coppola and his studio Zoetrope. And then after that, it was Fairfax High. And you know what happens
Look
to
at you.
Fairfax High if you come from LA. What's up?
I was like, look at you. You was doing a lot. You was doing a lot as a kid.
Hold on. This is a career that spanned 52 years now. I just
Mm,
turned 55, so
mm.
I'm on it.
So,
But the mic, 36 years.
nice. So, what made you want to get into voiceovers, doing voiceovers?
It's so funny. I was an on-camera actor, and I want to say around 19 years old, 18 years old. All of a sudden, people were like, "Hey, you're really funny, but you're really exotic and you're curvy. You can't be funny and all those things. So you have to be either very, very skinny or very, very fat." Because we don't know what to do with you. And I was finding a lot of problems. It was like, yo, why can't I get a job? What's going on? And my mother, Myra Berger, God rest her soul, was my agent. And we just could not get arrested at that time. It was like, I don't know what we're going to do with you, Lisa. So basically, my mentor, Jeff Howell, who was also, he was the voiceover agent at my mom's agency where she was working. He asked me to do some partner reads one day. And I was like, and I went into the booth and I did some partner reads and I booked 3 national network jobs.
Wow, that's
I went,
crazy.
okay, Lord, I see. I get it. I get it. And that was it. I've never left the booth.
Mm.
Never.
So, God was like, "This is your calling." Oh.
Boom. Boom. Because the old joke is, well, I really have a face for radio, and when people meet me, they're like, Malik Berger. I'm like, I really don't look like Mrs. Pancakes, but that's all right. Because you don't know me. You That's my childhood and growing up. It's all that. It's all the craft.
Mm. Hey, look, speaking of that, like you just even said, you've been a part of the Emmy Award winning series Rick and Morty against Mrs.
That's it.
Pancake. And look, you was on my favorite show, The Boondocks. You know what I'm
Like,
saying? That's Vanessa. Can you tell me about that experience?
can I please? I will have a sip of water. Boondocks was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. There's no way around that. I did 4 seasons of it. Um, a wonderful, wonderful woman and dear friend of ours, Andrea Romano, was the casting director, and one of my best friends in the world, Gary Anthony Williams, as we know, plays Uncle Ruckus. And it just kind of worked out. And I started with little parts here and there. And then season after season after season, I kept coming back and became some iconic characters there. For instance, Vanessa, who moves in with Granddad and the boys. when the boy was a failed prostitute, and Vanessa Bai's granddad, and always wanted kids. So there was that one. And really funny, Jessica Ethelberg with the whole extremely gay situation about our gay rappers, which was very, very funny.
Mm,
And that was interesting. Um, Bootylicious and all those things. And then just, crazy old ladies and whatnot. Anything you need, Surrey, who, whatever. It was, it was, there I was. There I was.
mm. Okay. So let me ask you this. How was it starring and directing in Rain Pryor's Fried Chicken and Latkes? And tell me
Uh,
about that film.
there you go. Well, first of all, Rain and I had been best friends since my ninth birthday. Here in LA, there was a roller skating rink called Flipper's Roller Boogie Palace on Santa Monica and La Cienega. And you could be a member or not. And I was a member, she was as well. And it was my ninth birthday. And I saw a girl that looked similar to me because
Mm.
I had no friends that looked like me. And I skated up to her. And I said, "You got to come to my birthday party." And she was kind of like, "When is it?" I said, "Now." And we've been best friends ever since. So
Now.
that's how that happened. So to meet another black Jewish girl at 9 here was unbelievable because we were both going through the same thing. We both came from mixed families. We both had Jewish grandparents, and Rain was able to also have her black family, and was unbelievable. So it's actually Fried Chicken and Latkes is her one woman show that she's
Mm,
done off Broadway and toured all over the country. And we were in my pool a couple years ago, and she said, what if we animate it?
mm,
I said, well, now you're talking my language. You gotta animate it. And that was it. I just started calling people. I called Gary Anthony Williams, Phil Lamar, Greta Lyle, Deborah Wilson, Mara Juno. Who else? Oh gosh. We could just call the folks. We
They
got
said, called
we, no,
everybody.
we called all the folks. And we called them, got a studio, got it together, found some animators, and we wound up making this sizzle.
Mm,
Um, with Scotch Laurie as one of our executive producers. Amazing. He also plays Rain's Afro Puffs, which is which is a trip all in itself.
it is
Um,
a trip all on itself.
we've got that, and then we've got Eve Branstein, which is our other executive producer. They really helped us make it happen, and I had some animator friends that we met, and we were like, "Hey, this is the vision. We really want to tell the story of fried chicken and latkes because that really is our life."
Mm,
We also have a little joke, a little skit we do called Black Jewish Gardens, which is a takeoff of Gray's Gardens. And it's basically Rain and I sitting on the porch talking like our Jewish grandmas. So that's funny. We'll hopefully bring that back. But to direct a room of such brilliant actors that I love and know personally and are part of my family, and to be able to take on the role of Rain's Jewish grandma was an ode to her grandma, to my grandma, and it was a lot. It was beautiful. So we're just waiting to see what happens because she just keeps winning so many awards.
that's
This
what I was
this
going to
girl,
ask you
fried chicken
too.
latkes, this fried chicken latkes can't be stopped.
That's what I was going to ask you too. How do you feel about like the film winning so many awards and everything?
It was a fluke at first. Rain just started like, she'd enter this or that. And then things just they kept being entered and we just kept winning and winning and winning and winning. I think we're up to between 8 and 11 wins now. And this
Wow.
is a sizzle. This is animatronics. It's not even completely animated. But
Mm,
the actors that we have and the story that Rain is a brilliant writer and it's her story and she's playing herself. So
nice.
it's amazing. It's an honor, an absolute honor.
Okay. And I know last year you took on a role in Nickelodeon's Fairly Odd Parents, A New Wish. Can you tell me about that? That was also nominated for Outstanding Show. Can you tell people about
Theodessa, the demigoddess.
that?
Very funny. She's half deer and half otter, and everything she says ends with a TH. So you haven't been at the laptop of me. And it's just, I find that these roles that I wind up booking are always these very unbelievable roles. And there she is. She scares these children half to death in the museum and gets summoned and sent back to where she came from. but you have not
Mm.
seen the last of her, so we will see.
So
We'll
we have
see.
not seen the last though. She gonna be back.
No, in animation, you never know these things. Let's hope. We'll see.
See, Miss Malik, you making me want to get into animation. No,
There you go. Hey,
make me want to
oh,
do some voiceover.
let's do it. What's that?
So, let me get into something that's also iconic. You voicing the first black female Pokemon character, Rhyme, in the new Netflix series Pokemon Horizons. They just dropped the first 11 episodes on February the 7th on Netflix. Can you tell the people about that?
First of all, Rhyme being the first black female gym leader and
Mm,
trainer is such an honor. It is an absolute, and for it to happen during Black History Month, B, it was my birthday when it dropped, so that was some good vibes. And then I get to rap. I mean, I, I gotta tell you, there, she's still in me. She is definitely, she still lives here. But
mm,
it was a very tough audition process, and it
mm,
was like we want freestyling, we want this, we want that, and I gave the people what they wanted, and Rhyme is she's a lot of me. We really are very much the same, Rhyme and I. And it's brilliant. I am finding the just the whole Pokemon nation, the Pokemon
mm,
family. These are the most supportive and wonderful fans ever, ever
mm, mm,
in the world, on the globe, and the scale of amazing things that's happening from Rhyme, and we're just getting started. I mean, you've only been introduced to Rhyme,
mm,
so there's other things that will be happening
mm.
with her. So it's quite amazing. It's an
I like
honor,
that. Did,
absolute honor.
did you write your own rap? Did you write your own raps?
You want to know? I'm going to give this up to Latifah. So, Queen Latifah, if you're watching this, or if you think you might watch this, I did wind up doing one of your old jams from your first album.
Okay,
So there we go.
okay, okay.
There we go. That's what I did. And then I did a little singing and stuff. But, it was, I really challenged Latifah. She moved me so much.
Mhm,
That's what was going on. In 1989, I was named the second Zulu Queen in Los Angeles, California by
mm,
Africa Islam. And between him and Africa Bombada, Jungle Brothers, De La,
mm,
we were all kicking it. And so I was very well educated and have been. I was very big in the graffiti scene, and this is what's up. So in the
mm,
breakdancing scene, in the punk rock scene. So
mm,
I'm raising my boys to be there. I have an amazing lyricist,
mm,
an amazing fashion icon, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. So my son's 70, which you could check out on SoundCloud. It's kind of interesting that his mom is rapping on his show now, and he's doing his thing. So
nice.
dope. It's dope. Like I couldn't be more proud.
So Malik, you already been cemented in hip hop already. You know what I'm saying? Working with the
There we go.
greats.
There
I
we
like
go. There we
I
go.
like that.
You got another four elements. You got to know what's up.
That's right. Facts. So let me ask you this. You've been nominated for a whole lot of things. So how did it feel winning Best Character Performance for the One Voice Award?
Oh wow. First of all, One Voice itself it's an amazing feat, and it is, again, it's just an honor to be nominated ever. What wound up happening with this character, I auditioned for a different character
Mm,
and wound up booking quadruplets.
mm,
So I was two of them, and to hear me play against myself with another actor playing against themselves as these like crazy witches that have been locked in this house, it was unbelievable. So to get that win when it wasn't even anything I auditioned for, that was just one of those jobs that was meant to be. So I must say, it's always an honor
mm,
for your community to recognize you for your craft. That's the dream. That's the
mm,
dream. And then to give to others, to give back. You gotta give back. And then that's why I developed the art of the pivot, which is my own voiceover technique.
mm,
And I do that with funny enough, my agent has her own technique, and it is called Method on the Mic, the Actor's Toolkit. And it's really the craft of acting. Voiceover is not about your voice. Voiceover is about acting. The
mm.
voice will follow, but it's always acting first. The voice
Got you.
comes to you. The voice comes to you.
I like to look at that. Yeah, I see Melique Berger. She dropping some jewels for us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me ask you this. You know, you've been doing a lot of great things. How do you feel becoming like a great staple in the industry that is paving the way for more diversity, inclusion, and voice acting?
I will tell you that it's the goal. It wound up being my goal. I came into it because I'm biracial. I was reading for all kinds of things. And when I would deal with certain casting directors or directors, it was very hard for them to say, could you make it a little more urban? Like urban was the word that was being used. And, I just made it real comfortable for people. Like, listen, how black you want this? What's up? Where we going? What's it about?
Lucky,
And it's
lucky.
right. How black you want this? So for real though, where am I from? What am I talking about? Where do I live? What's my background? And when I started putting that together for other directors, it made it easier for them to work with black artists. There was freedom there. So I've been doing this and pressing this since I was, 19, 20. So to now see all of these amazing actors of all colors, of all genre, however it is they identify, it's very, very important. I've always identified as Black, Jewish, and queer. It's who I am. It's how I was born. It's how I was made. It's how God made me. So I think there's freedom. There's freedom in self. And with knowledge in self, wisdom of self, then you have freedom and then you can rock it. So
Right.
I'm just proud. I am so proud. And especially when it's people I have coached and mentored. I can't tell you, it's like having babies. It's just like babies all over the place. So my big goal from Pokemon alone is just, let's just get one more female up there, one black girl, pick up a mic, put yourself on camera, make some think about some voices, think about some stuff, tell us some stories. Because it's different now. It's different. And people are being there is diversity. There is inclusion. So I was doing it before it was the it girl. I was doing it and people weren't talking about what they were really doing. I have no fear. I'm in front of my narrative. And I've always been, and I will stay this way.
I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Salute to you. Salute. Keep doing your thing with that.
Thank
So let me ask you this. You know, you've done a lot. So on your journey, what would you say has been your greatest challenge?
you. My greatest challenge. My greatest challenge is it first was when you didn't book. And because my mom was an agent, it was talk to me after 100 bookings. So then we got over that because the bottom line is for anybody that's listening right now, you are not getting the job. It is personal. They do not want you. And your job is 99.9% rejection. But your job is also auditioning, getting up to the mic every day as much as you can. That's your job. So the challenge right now I'm really facing, and we as voiceover artists are facing, is AI. What is happening with AI? That our voices are being taken, they are being used in perpetuity. We are not being paid for them. Sometimes we don't even know. I just ran into a situation a few months ago where my voice was on a website, and you literally told this website what to say, and it was my voice. It was my
Wow,
voice print.
that's
And
crazy.
I was kind of tripping. Listen, I was really tripping. I
Like,
had
is
my
that me?
I I
Did I
wasn't sure. But I'm getting a little old, so you don't know. But I had my son Jackson come over and I said, Jackie, say say mommy loves you, Jackie. Like how would it know how to say that?
Yeah.
Well, it did.
That's crazy.
And I said, I called my agent. I said, let me tell you something. I want you to go over this website. And then I started spreading it around, and all of a sudden, we found so many actors were on this website,
That's
and
crazy.
they had just cloned our voices, which is unbelievable. So there's a wonderful association, which is Nava, and they've been going to Congress and fighting right now. And I wanted to write it down to make sure I told you about it. Right
Okay.
now, they are fighting for Assembly Bill 412. Assembly Bill 412 makes sure that the copywriters let you know what your voice is being used for, pay you for your voice, and give you the opportunity to say yes or no.
Mm,
So we are fighting for more rights because listen, once your voice is taken, it's taken. And it
yeah,
is so dangerous. If I could just call the bank and, we need you to say these words. Hi,
yeah,
my name
exactly.
is Malik. And I say, hi, my name is Malik. But I'm not me and I'm buying a surfboard. And, that's
Yeah,
what's happening. And that's how deep AI is. So we're most definitely just trying to protect ourselves. And Nava's putting up the good fight. So thank you, Nava, for being out there. Thank you, Tim and Karin and Matthew, for going to Congress, going to Washington, and fighting for our voices because shoot, people been taking voices for a long time,
fact.
for a long time. Like back in the day, before people getting paid for being sampled. I mean,
Yeah,
it was like, oh, I'll use it. You can't do that. You can't just
exactly.
take someone's art.
Yes, you see, they've been having like Tupac albums out and Biggie Smalls albums, like just
Just
taking a
saying.
voice, make a whole
I'm just
album.
saying, just the whole thing. Just let's
Yeah.
just play the whole thing. So,
Mm,
that's the biggest challenge right now for all of us in
yes.
voiceover. And I'm here to fight. And I'm also on the board of the Society of Voice Arts and Sciences, which is the SOVAS. And we are um, an organization, non for profit organization, that is here to help, actors, young Black actors, Latina actors, all actors that don't have the means to get a microphone and get amazing coaching. And, that's what SOVAS is all about. So if ever, we're here and we're also fighting the good fight. To be a member of a board, for me, to be a member of a board with other Black people, that that's like, wow, man. Shoot, I get to go into the big office. Would you look at that? I'm a board member now. So I'm trying to just give back. I just keep giving back. But I do what I do. And what I do, I'm an actor. I'm an actor who loves her work. And that's why I direct now. I coach other actors. I direct demos, commercial and animation, and I'm a mentor. It's one big happy family. Listen, I grew up in a theater. My mom was a single Jewish lady that was a theater producer in the beginning. And I grew up literally in a theater and watched all of the productions from casting to set building to costume, opening night and closing night. So this is my blood. This is what I do. And then my mom's brother, my uncle Shelly, was also he's I want to say he's still pretty much partners with Barry Gordy, and he's the only manager the Temptations have ever had. And my uncle's in his 80s. He's still touring. He's
Wow.
still touring with Temps. So like I come from
It's my
this is
favorite
my
group. It's my
family.
favorite group, Temptations. I love
Well, there you go. There you go. So it's I'm kind of an industry baby. It's I happen to have the talent to back it up.
them.
I'm Melique Berger, but I'm Malik,
Mm,
and that's what's the most important.
I got you. I like that. So let me ask you this: what would you say has been your greatest accomplishment?
My sons Jackson and Julian,
Mm,
they are the finest piece of work ever. They are more talented than I will ever be, ever, and that really is. They are my greatest accomplishments, and that they've grown up with this kind of funny off mom. After it was really cool when they were little. Then it went into that like, mom, don't do that. Mom, don't make that voice. Turned into that. Then it turned into, don't tell anybody what you do. We did that. And now it's cool again. Now it's cool again. And I dig that. I really do because they're my everything. I had Rain and I had each other. That was my best friend, but I don't have any blood brothers or sisters. So
mm,
it was imperative that there were two. And they're 18 months apart. Two is one. One is two. So now I'm hipping Julian to who's my lyricist. We're talking about Bombo Day, and I'm hipping him to all kinds of art that got me going, that we were doing during the art graffiti days, and that we were getting from New York, and it's really amazing. So they're
nice.
my biggest accomplishments,
Okay.
truly.
Okay. I like that. So let me ask you this: what advice would you give to someone who wants to get into, the voice industry, who wants to do voiceovers and all that?
You want to find reputable coaches. You really do. If somebody tells you that they can make you a voiceover star in 15 days for $57,000, please give everybody their money. Please don't do that. Please just go to reputable sources. We have something called the Voiceover Resource Guide, which you can find right online. And that resource guide is pretty much the Bible of voiceover. It tells you who is reputable, what's going on. I'm also finding a lot of really great things on LinkedIn, and you want to go to where the people are. Conferences, amazing. Coming to That's Voiceover that Sova's puts on, going to the One Voice conferences, which there's one in Atlanta, there's one in Dallas. That's important. Important to be with others like you. That's what you want to do, because what my agent Portia and I are trying to do, we're trying to actually put our program into university, so
Mm,
you can leave university with a demo, knowing where you're going, how to find an agent. If you wanted to be a dentist, you're going to leave school and you're going to know how to work on someone's teeth,
facts.
right? But if you
Facts.
want to be a voiceover actor, this isn't just broadcasting, or maybe I don't want to be a DJ. Maybe I want to be Mrs. Pancakes. So it's just like, it's really checking in with real casting directors, and checking out your IMDb's and making sure these people are who they are. Google some folks, because
Mhm.
if it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck, wow, baby, you should crack it,
Quack,
crack it,
quack,
crack, crack, crack,
quack,
crack.
quack,
You
quack.
know, that's what I would say. I'd say do your research. Don't
Mm,
just start giving people money, because this is not a cheap hobby.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? This is something you're not just going to throw stuff at. Take an acting class, take an improv class. Understand the craft of acting.
mm,
Then all we're doing is we're just putting it in front of a microphone. Because
yeah.
I feel that voiceover is the truest form of acting.
Mm,
You don't get a set and all kinds of stuff and costumes and props, and you don't get that. You get this. You get theater of the mind. This goes all the way back to the Greek choruses, masks. They were masks. You didn't see their faces. So you never needed to see my face. But it would be funny if I would say something that someone might recognize, and next thing you knew, it was it happens. And now I'm ready. Now I'm ready for y'all to see my face. So I hope you enjoy it. Because this is it. This is the mug. This is the mug.
mm,
So that's what I think. I think just like try to talk to people, man. And also social media is fantastic to get
mm.
into different voiceover groups and clubs, really see what's going on. Because since the pandemic, you can pretty much do anything from anywhere.
Facts. Yeah.
So I say go and don't stop.
Mm,
Don't stop. There's no reason to stop. Ain't nobody gonna make it tomorrow. That doesn't
yeah.
happen.
Take time.
Ain't no movie stars that are gonna get behind them. No, be realistic. Use your brain, but
Mm,
use your soul and use your heart, and tell the truth on the microphone. Tell the truth. Don't just put on some kind of voice. Anybody could do that.
and
Anybody could
Malik,
do
you
that.
just dropped a whole lot of jewels and nuggets on her. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the people take it in. So
Listen to me, people, when I say to you, please don't throw away your money at the mall. At the mall with someone with their phone talking about, hey, you want to be whatever. Don't do it.
yeah.
Just find the real people. Find
I
the
used
truth.
to tell people when they be like they say, big record company that like Def Jam be looking for artists and it costs this amount of money. I'm like, these people already rich. Why would they be taking your money? You know what
You know
I'm
what I'm saying? If there is ever an agent or a manager that's like, okay, so for $157 a week, you too can. No, there's also pay to play sites that you can actually go to. There's voices.com, there's voices 123, there's a myriad of places where you could start auditioning all by yourself. But you've
saying?
got to have that background, get some training, know what it's like to be an actor. It's not just words on a page. It's what's in between the lines.
Facts. Well, let me ask you this, Miss Malik. Do you have anything else coming up that you want to promote?
Well, we are hoping for a whole bunch of conventions. This
Mm,
is this is the new goal. I want to be able to just reach and meet all of these wonderful people that have supported me for so many years on so many shows and say thank you. just thank you for your love, because it's meant the world to us. It's fed my children, it's kept a roof over our heads, and it's helped me to give back. So that's what we have to look forward to. A whole bunch of cons, a lot of
Okay.
them, all over the place.
Make sure y'all come. I'm in St. Louis. Make sure y'all come to St.
Well, you
Louis.
got that right. We'll put that on the top of the list then. Let's go to St. Louis. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. If you're listening, St. Louis Con, we coming.
Yeah, I heard her. Yeah, I heard her here first. Now,
Right, right. No, you take those props. That's yours. You take that.
there you go. So let me ask you this: where can the people, if they want to get in contact with you or see what you got going on, where can they reach you at?
They can reach me at either burgersreels.com or maliqueberger.com. They could find me on all the socials, and it's just Melique Berger. So as long as you spell it Berger and not Bur, I will make sure that some smash burgers don't come to your house and give you some food. But then it's M-E. I'm Girl Malik. I'm not M-A-L-I-K. I'm Girl Malik. So yeah, that just get at me. Holla at your girl. I'm here. I'm
Okay.
very easy to get to.
Okay. So my last question that I love to ask all my guests: when it is all said and done, and you are long gone from this earth, what is it that you want the people to know about Melique Berger?
She gave her all. She gave her all. That's enough for me now.
Drop the mic. I love the answer. Just, but thank you, Malik Berger. You know that's all I have for you today. I
Well,
appreciate this interview. You dropped a lot of jewels, dropped a lot of knowledge, and I
thank
just
you.
appreciate the things that you're doing in the industry for
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you
real.
for having me.
No
You have a
problem. And
blessed day.
I will definitely let you know when I write this article for it and post this in a video on the platform.
Thank you.
Okay, you
Thank
have
you
a
so
rest
much.
of a good evening.
Thank you.
All
We'll
right, bye
see you
bye.
soon.
See you
Bye.
later.